Hello my lovelies, I hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining me in another video. We are going to discuss my March TBR. So grab yourself a hot drink, get cozy and chill. So a while ago, my friend Claire did a TBR deck so that I had some direction for even the months where I didn't want a full set TBR. It was just I could pick a card and it would give me some sense of where I was going. So I decided to do that this month. I didn't record actually picking the cards and I didn't record picking the books out. However, if that is something you would like to see in the future, then let me know in the comments below, because I would be really excited to actually record picking my cards and then having you sort of hunt down the books with me. So my first card was choose a book that you haven't seen people read or talk about a lot and give it a read with Bookstagram Boost. Now this one's quite difficult for me because lately a lot of my books have been based on I've seen people put a post up on Instagram and I have immediately been like, oh, that looks interesting. So I've then gone and googled the synopsis and then I've picked it from there. So it has almost been like I've got my recommendations for books from Instagram. However, there is this one book which I heard Jordan Reads talk about. It was a few months ago and I had it sat on my wish list for a while, and then I think it was in the just after Christmas sale and it may have been in my haul, but that is Dearest by Jackie Walters, and it's a little bit shiny, sorry. All I really know about this, because I do like to go into thrillers and horrors quite blind, but all I do know is that there is a child and the mother of that child is struggling a little bit, and then her own mother comes and both the mother and the child start acting a bit strange. Weird things start happening. So as far as I'm aware, that is the route that is going down. I'm not going to read anything else about it because, as I said, I'd like to go into it blindly. But because I haven't seen it very much, I would like to bring it to the forefront. If it's a good book, you will know either way, because I have made a promise with myself that I will still give honest opinions, even if they're slightly negative. So, book number 1 for the March TBR. Okay, so then my second pick was choose a book that starts with the first initial of your son's name. So I had to look for a book beginning with R. And I know that deep down I really wanted some cowboy romance in this month's reading somewhere. So I had a little look on Kindle Unlimited, and then I saw the beautiful cover of The Rest of Me. So although it's available on Kindle Unlimited, have I bought the physical copy? Yes, I have. Is it arriving in a couple of days? Yes, it is. But for now, you deal with the graphic and maybe it'll get shown in a haul or my vlog. But yes, so that will be my second book, and that is by Ashley Munoz. All I know is that it's a standalone. A woman moves to a town with her child and she is just trying to navigate life. She's got 3 horses and she would be quite happy if she didn't have to see a particular person. However, this particular person is the only one who is able to train horses. And then she starts to see him around her children, around the horses, and everything starts to seem a little bit more brighter. So I'm really looking forward to reading that one. Hopefully that'll be a really good one for me, and it'll be a nice quick one that I can pick up when I'm starting to feel a little bit like I just need something easier. Okay, then we had choose a book with the colour teal on the cover. I really struggled with this one because I think people's idea of teal is a little bit different to other people's, and I'm not gonna lie, I probably could have done a bit better on this one. However, I've gone for The Teller of Small Fortunes by Julia Long, and sort of teal, I suppose, sort of. I think I need some cozy. I do think I need some cozy. I think I also like the idea of fortune telling because it's a little bit witchy. I like it. It's very good. So I'm gonna see if I can just quickly read you the synopsis. So this one says, fleeing a troubled past, immigrant fortune teller Teo roams the dusty countryside with only her mule for company, telling small fortunes for small prices. Big fortunes come with big consequences, which she knows from bitter experience. It's a lonely life until she encounters an ex-mercenary and a semi-reformed thief who recruit her into their desperate search for a lost child. Soon they're joined by a baker with a need for adventure and, of course, the slightly magical cat. Teo sets down a new path with companions and as big-hearted as her fortunes are small. But as her friends break down her walls, the shadows of her past close in. Now Teo must decide whether to risk everything to save the family she never thought she could have. And it says, a cosy fantasy about trying to find yourself and finding a family instead. Perfect for fans of Legends and Lattes and The House on the Cerulean Sea. Perfect. This will be a perfect read. And I just, yeah, I'm gonna really look forward to getting to that. Next was choose a book that is mainly dark blue on the cover. I jumped at the chance to go for The Wren in the Holly Library. This is by K.A. Lind, and all I know is that it's very much like a Beauty and the Beast retelling. The top says, she stole from the monster, now she must pay the price. From best-selling author K.A. Lind comes an enthralling dark fantasy romance inspired by Beauty and the Beast, where monsters live among humankind and ancient secrets threaten to destroy everything. Very excited about that one. I don't want to read any more about it because I think my only issue is that Beauty and the Beast has been done quite a bit. And I don't know. But I did jump at the chance of adding this to my list because one, it's really pretty, and two, I know that there have been some really good reviews on it, and I am starting to feel like fantasy should be one that I add to my list this year. Then we have read the next book in a series you have going on at the moment. I have a lot of series going on at the moment, and it was not difficult to find one for this prompt. I could have picked many. I could have picked many books. So I picked Wildfire because I have read Icebreaker. As I am sure I have stated, these covers look like they are meant for a young audience, and they are not by any means. And it does say at the bottom, 18 plus content, not suitable for younger readers. Again, you might need to do something about the cover because this looks like it's really cute and preppy. So I definitely think that this is one that I would get through quite quickly. I know that there are a camp and there's a no staff fraternising rule. However, they're clearly going to fraternize. I decided to go for that one purely because I wanted to make sure that I'd got something light-hearted, something fun in between some of the fantasy ones. Because then my next pick is quite a chunky one, and it is fantasy based. I feel like it might be quite heavy fantasy, but that will all depend. So this one is read a book that has a paranormal setting or main character. Now, whenever I'm pulling these, Claire always says to me, interpret it however you want. So I interpreted paranormal setting or main character as just in general something not of this world. So, again, jumped at the chance to add this one to my list. The Half King by Melissa Landers. And really, I feel like I could have used this one for the Bookstagram boost because I've not seen many people have this on their feed. But from what I'm aware, he is half Shadow Prince, something like that. But it gave me all the vibes of the Labyrinth, and I really wanted to jump into something like that. All it says at the back is, every night at sunset he turned to shadow. Every dawn made him whole again. Eventually he would lose his daylight hours as well until he vanished forever. So yeah, he is half Shadow King, half Shadow Guy, half Shadow Daddy, maybe. Who knows? I don't know if this is smutty. I don't know if this is romantasy. All I do know is that it's very shiny. And yeah, hopefully I'll be able to update you on that one in a reading vlog, because I plan on that being one of the first ones that I go for. Let's just take a breather for a minute and just have a sip of coffee. My next one is pick a book that is written by a person of colour. So I chose The Daughter of Dr. Moreau by Sylvia Moreno Garcia. I love Sylvia Moreno Garcia. I love Mexican Gothic. I love the beautiful ones. This has been, again, this is one that has been on my shelf since it came out. I had it pre-ordered and it's been on my shelf and I haven't touched it. This is going to be the time because, like I said, I've read books by Sylvia Moreno Garcia previously and I have whizzed through these books. Mexican Gothic, I think I read in like maybe 2 days. The beautiful ones, one sitting. I know that because I remember having to go to work the day after, and that was not fun. That was a very long night shift. This one, oddly enough, was a birthday gift from Claire. Carlotta Moreau, a young woman growing up in a distant and luxuriant estate, safe from the conflict and strife of the Yucatan Peninsula, the only daughter of either a genius or a madman. Montgomery Lawton, a melancholic overseer with a tragic past and a propensity for alcohol, an outcast who assists Dr. Moreau with his scientific experiments, which are financed by the Lizaldis, owners of magnificent haciendas and plentiful coffers. The hybrids, the fruits of the Doctor's labour, destined to blindly obey their creator and remain in the shadows, a motley group of part humans, part animal monstrosities. All of them are living in a perfectly balanced and static world, which is jolted by the abrupt arrival of Eduardo Lizaldi, the charming and careless son of Dr. Moreau's patron, who will unwittingly begin a dangerous chain reaction. For Moreau keeps secrets, Carlotta has questions, and the sweltering heat of the jungle, passions may ignite. So I feel like we're going to have a romance in there, which I'm all for. I like the fact that they state that they don't know if she's the daughter of a genius or a madman. So I'm interested to find out which one I feel he is. Then the final book is choose a book that starts with the first letter of your name. So, Eva, those of you that don't know, because it is quite difficult, starts with an A. And I decided to go for a full start. I know that I have to read Frontrunner, but I am hoping to get through that over the next few days. So a full start will be somewhere on the list, even if I have to put Frontrunner on my TBR and get this one in. If I do get this read, it will be a series finished. Then I can start Chestnut Springs or the Wild Love. I don't know what that little trilogy is called, if it's a trilogy, but it's the Other Elsie Silver series. So this says, I kissed her and the world stood still. But Nadia Dalka isn't just some girl. She's my best friend's little sister and completely off limits. My plan is to stay away and the universe keeps pushing us together. It's like some sort of cosmic joke, to give me a taste of something so electric, so real, that I can't touch. I've always considered myself a strong man, but when she looks at me with those sultry eyes, so full of longing and free of judgment, I'm weak. Her sinful curls, her light-hearted laughter, her wild side, I'm addicted to every last bit of her. To give in to our connection would be a betrayal. Her brother is the only family she has left, and sad as it sounds, he's also my only friend. But I kissed her again anyway, and now I can't stop. Oh, brother's best friend. We all know how much that trope is exciting. So I'm really hoping that I'll be able to get to this. Like I said, even if it means having Frontrunner at the start of the month, if I don't get through it the end of this month, then I will hopefully do, but I would like to get to that quite quickly so I can start Chestnut Springs. I think I've got it set in my head that I want to start Chestnut Springs. I am extremely annoyed with myself that I decided, because I hadn't read Chestnut Springs yet, that I wouldn't go for the Fairy Loot editions. And now seeing the Fairy Loot editions in people's posts, I'm kicking myself because they are gorgeous. They are stunning books. So here we go. This is the stack for March's TBR, minus The Rest of Me by Ashley Munoz. And it doesn't look like too much of a back stack. It's very heavy, but I have got 5 hardbacks, so I was expecting it to be. But if you have read any of those books, then please let me know in the comments if you have any idea which one I should start with. Even if you haven't read any of the books, which one would you be more excited for me to get started on? I'll also be trying to give as much of a review as I possibly can. But I am also taking into March, I am also taking Consider Me and Grey Matter, because I still haven't finished those 2 books. But we are going to get excited. We are going to try and remain positive so that I really don't end up slumping. So if you have stayed this far, thank you. And don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.